What's up, everybody? This is Danny Gillette, aka the Great Cornholio from HuskerBigRed.com, and I just wanted to come on here and kind of just have a Saturday night chat about all things Nebraska. We have the commitment of athlete JaCory Barney from Miami Palmetto, which I always thought, I thought he was a good target for Nebraska to kind of, um, pursue to begin with. This is the second player from Miami Palmetto in the 2024 class for Nebraska, the other being Willis McGahee. And, I think that Nebraska is trying to establish more connections in Florida, which is always a good thing. It's always a good thing to establish connections in Florida. And obviously, this is something that Nebraska tried to do a little bit before and they failed. So, I'm curious to see if the connections and the commitments from the state of Florida will work this time around. And, can they get these players to stick? Can they get these players to make an impact? We'll see. I mean, overall, I think that this class, you talk about the record month of June, headlined undoubtedly by Carter Nelson, and it's just kind of really summed up the fact that this coaching staff can recruit. This coaching staff can continue to try to get high level players. And to me, Barney was kind of a bit of a surprise. Barney was projected to go to Miami by several experts, and then the Nebraska football coaching staff were able to kind of really assert themselves in this recruitment. And I'm not going to say flip him because he wasn't committed to Miami, but they certainly changed the outlook of the recruitment for sure. And I think overall, when you look at what Barney can do, he's a little bit smaller. According to 24/7 Sports, he measures in at 6 feet, 160 pounds, but he's very fast. He's extremely fast, and this is something that we've noticed with the coaching staff and who they want to recruit, what type of players they want to recruit. They want to recruit fast wide receivers and guys that are playmakers. And Barney, I wrote about this on HuskerBigRed.com. He can really kind of be that slot wide receiver type of playmaker for Nebraska when his time comes. Billy Kemp obviously only has, this upcoming 2023 season in terms of eligibility. So Nebraska is going to need to find somebody to take over, things in the slot. Barney could definitely be that guy. And, he's rated numerically as a high 89. He's a little bit below Devon Hall. And so, this is another solid player for Nebraska. This wasn't just a shot in the dark. Barney definitely has talent. Tremendous speed after the catch from what I saw. Tremendous ability to kind of just go in and make defenders miss and things like that. So I'm really happy with this Barney commitment. I think it's just another great get for the wide receiver room. And I've said this before. I'm not sure where they're gonna put all of these wide receivers, but hey, the more playmakers they can get, the better. Cornhusker Corner asks, "You think we are getting bricks soon?" I hope so. I mean, you probably saw this earlier in the week, Cornhusker Corner. I tweeted that I wanted Bricks to be the icing on the cake for this class. I mean, we definitely would need him. He would be our highest rated offensive lineman commit since Turner Cochran. And, Bricks, I think, would be a tremendous get for this Husker program. He's tremendously physical. He loves to use his leverage to absolutely bowl over defenders. He has the type of play style that would be perfect in the red zone. He can create holes for running backs with ease. I would love Bricks. We'll see if it happens, but I think he's going to decide before the season starts, although I'm not entirely positive on that. So, yeah, that's another thing. Um, Ishmael Smith Flores, I believe it was, tweeted that there are going to be more commitments coming soon. So, you know, um, if that happens and we continue to get more commitments, I wonder who it's going to be. Bricks might be one of them. I'm just going to put the YouTube link out for more people to see this, so bear with me. Doo, 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 doo. All right. Yeah, I definitely hope that bricks could kind of be the icing on the cake for this recruiting class. Um, you know, hopefully the staff can continue to make progress with him, but we'll see how it goes. It's never a sure thing in recruiting, and so I'm hoping that we can land bricks, but time will tell. Just waiting for a couple more people to get in here, and then once more people get in here, you guys can ask me questions. I'll answer them. Um, and we'll take it from there. This is just a Saturday night chat. I was bored. There happened to be a commitment, and so now I'm on here just doing this for a little bit. We'll see how long this goes. So let's see. I'm just looking at a little bit more JaCory Barney stuff. He does have that speed. He has the leaping ability that I'm just watching him basically moss two defenders in this highlight right here. I mean, he can make things happen after the catch. He's very shifty. He is a receiver that can kind of take over a game, in my opinion. And now we have a bunch of those on the roster. I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm also curious to see how much of a school that Miami Palmetto is going to be in terms of how we recruit. I always thought that Miami Palmetto was a very strong school, and I think that if we can continue to plant our flag there, so to speak, then that will be good for us and good for the program. Because I know, like I said, we tried to recruit Florida before. It obviously didn't work out under Scott Frost, so maybe Matt Rule will change things. Do try to see if I can get some people on, maybe a guest or two. Hold on, let me see what I can do really quickly for you guys. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm going to be here for a little bit. We'll have a little bit of fun tonight. Just chill out, relax. Relax after this busy month of June. What are your guys' impressions on June and how what this staff has done? Make sure to tell me in the comments. And I personally am very happy with what this coaching staff has been able to do. They really identified the targets that they wanted to get. The Davon Halls, Isaiah McMorris, Carter Nelson, and not only did they get them on campus and things like that, they were able to close the deal with those recruits. And personally, I'm really excited for Nelson. But we'll see how everything plays out. We still got a long way to go. We got a 2023 season to, kind of get underway, and um, we'll see how it all shakes out. Sending a message here. But yeah, so I'm very excited about where this class is going and where this class has gone. So it's all about just trying to get a strong 2023 class going, and then kind of taking it from there. Mhm. I think the guy I'm probably the most excited to see, honestly, out of this class so far is Kalen. You know, everybody talks about the wide receivers and things like that. Everybody wants to talk about Carter Nelson, but I think Kalen is going to be the linchpin for this program for years to come. You talk about the quarterback strategy and what what how they're approaching the quarterback room, and I think that you let Jeff Sims start for 2 seasons. You allow Daniel Kalen to develop for a little bit, and then you get a chance to, you know, see what he can do as well. And that's something I'm very excited for. Excuse me 1 second. We got some background noise, but that's all right. Perks of doing this from home, right? But yeah, so I'm just kind of excited to see where all of this goes and if we can A, retain these recruits, and B, can we have a winning season at you know at a rate high enough to make others want to come as well. So I'm just gonna open it up to you guys from this point on. What do you want to talk about? For those watching, do you have any questions for me? I'll try to answer them as best as I can, and then we'll take it from there. Let's see. Oop, Evan Cooper just shared a fireworks tweet. I'm not sure if that's in relation to Barney or something else. But either way, it's been a couple a couple weeks worth of fireworks for this coaching staff. Da-da-da. One of the things I'm curious to see too is how the all of these wide receivers factor into the game plan overall. Will some be moved over to the defense side of the football? Will they be changed out? Will these wide receivers have certain packages for them and stuff like that? That's the type of thing that I'm excited to see. So just leave me your thoughts below. What are your thoughts on this recruiting class? I'd love to hear them. I appreciate all who read, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. The channel is growing rapidly. We have over 600 subscribers now, so please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you like this content. I'm sure there'll be a lot more recruitment videos and things of that nature. I believe we're gonna have a show on Monday, so Chris and I usually work with Chris. He'll be able to offer his opinions on this as well. I'll probably end it in a couple minutes or so, unless any of you have follow-up questions or things like that. Mhm. I'm just kind of looking overall at the depth chart here, and it's interesting to see what our lads predicts for you know this this team. I'm just looking right here real quick. Obviously, Sims is the quarterback for the Huskers according to this depth chart. Then they have um, Gabe Irvin as the starting running back, followed by Anthony Grant, which is interesting. They have Geranium Bonner at the H and Nate Borkshire at the Y at tight end. And then the offensive line is Bryce Benhart, Turner Cochran, Ben Scott, Nordin Nwili, and Teddy Przaka lining out things on the line at left tackle. Then the receiving portion of it is interesting, as you have Billy Kemp, Xavier Betts, Marcus Washington. That is your slot Z and X receivers. So I'm excited to that would be a solid lineup right there to kind of fill everything out, and I would be very happy if that group took the field. I believe we will be a winning team this year for sure. I think that Matt Rule has the pieces in place to get this thing going now, and I think whatever work he does from here on out will only benefit the team, for the coming years. You kind of look at this first year as a feeling out type year, and for Rule in terms of what he can, bring to the program and things like that. But honestly, I believe that Nebraska can win right now, win this year, and hopefully win beyond, because it's all about that development, all about trying to put players in the best positions to succeed. And that's something the previous staff hasn't done. And, I think it's important to remember that, especially when you look at the offensive line, this is only Donovan Raiola's second year with the program. And the continuity for this positional unit is important. And I think the offensive line will have a better year. I know a lot of people are fans of Rayola, but I truly believe that he can put them in a position to succeed. I think he has a lot more to work with this year, and the fact that this coaching staff is offensive line centric, I believe, will really help Nebraska kind of get what they want out of the line. Everyone leave a like. Exactly, Cornhusker Corner. Everybody leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Uh, we have 11 viewers. Thank you for watching, all 11 of you. I'm just bored here on this Saturday night, kind of just reacting to the JaCory Barney commitment. I'm like I said earlier, I'm just really excited for this commitment. It's just another player, another versatile playmaker that we can add to the class. Um, Barney is a fast receiver. He's fast, he's shifty, he's very athletic. He can jump and make things happen after the catch, and I truly believe that he'll be able to, help out this program quite a bit. And also, shout out to Garrett McGuire. McGuire has been a force on the recruiting trail, and he's gotten Barney, he's gotten Hall, he's gotten McMorris. I mean, he's been doing a really good job, and he's been quickly shedding off the young label and the inexperienced label. And I was a little hesitant about the hire when it happened, meaning McGuire. I wasn't gonna write McGuire completely off, but I was kind of like, you know, is Garrett McGuire that good? And obviously, time will tell when we see things on the field. But from what I've seen from the recruiting aspect, I'm very impressed with what he's been able to do so far on the recruiting trail. Also, Terrence Knighton. You talk about he was able to, land several defensive linemen, Cameron Lenhart, um, the kid Jones this week, who's named Carlin Jones, who's committed this week. Francois Umamalian, and just he's been able to really kind of assert himself in on the recruiting trail as well, and that's been great to see. So I'm excited about his potential as a coach, and I believe that we've needed a defensive line coach for quite some time. I wasn't overly impressed with Tuioti while he was here, but I like the direction that Knighton is going in, at least in recruiting. We'll see how it translates on the field, but I have no complaints so far. I really don't. Let's see. Also, while all of you are here, make sure to subscribe, please. We're trying to grow the channel. I know there's a lot of Nebraska podcasts and YouTube shows and you know things of that nature out there. I appreciate, and Chris appreciates, even though he's working tonight, that you continue to watch us and support our videos. This is all out of love. This is a labor of love, and we love to talk about Nebraska football. Um, and this coaching staff has certainly given us a lot to talk about. So if you could leave a like, subscribe, make sure to tune in for our videos. We usually have streams Mondays and Fridays. We'll probably ramp that up over the course of the season, but for now, while it's a little bit of a dead period football activity wise, we'll just stick with the Mondays and Fridays. So anybody have any other questions? I'm probably going to head out in about 10 minutes or so. And, I really appreciate all of you watching. I just wanted to kind of get on here. I'm bored, so I thought I'd talk some Husker football. We're getting closer. Let's see. We're in July. So next month, there will be football, you know, on our televisions. Thursday, August 30th against Minnesota. So we're getting closer. We are getting closer. It's seems like it's been a long off season, but it's been an impactful and exciting one. And I'd rather and I would rather have impactful, exciting off seasons than off seasons that are boring and drag on and have no hope. I truly believe that this program will get turned around. Also, if you haven't checked out our website that me and my buddy Chris work on, it's called huskerbigred.org, and we post daily articles about Nebraska football. Lately, it's been a lot of recruiting news. As the month of July hits, it's going to be some Big Ten Media Day stuff as well. So I'm excited about that. And then once July ends, we shift to August. It's game month, so to speak. It's game month, so you'll see a lot of previews from us and things like that. So I'm excited to really get things going in my first full year as managing editor over at Husker Big Red, and we're definitely going to be ramping up the content from here on out. I'm just looking a little bit here more at the depth chart that our lads has. We have a lot of defensive tackle depth this year, which I'm happy about because I feel like it'll be important in the 3-3-5. Our lads has Cameron Lenhart and Elijah Judy at the defensive tackle spot. And then after Judy goes Brody Tagloa and Jacob Urbick. So there's a lot of interesting names at the defensive tackle position. Nose tackle, we have Ty Robinson. Uh, Again, this is according to our lads. Ty Robinson, Nash, Hutmacher, Raquan Buckley, and Riley Van Poppel. Van Poppel's a guy I'm really excited about. So, I can't wait to see him develop and really kind of assert himself for Nebraska. Son of Todd Van Poppel, the former Atlanta Braves pitcher. So yeah, things are looking good. Things are looking good. Defensively, I think this year for Nebraska, and offensively, I think we should be okay. I'm curious to see Marcus Satterfield's offensive style, but that will. I think it'll be a lot more physical than what we've seen in years past. All right, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to head out for now. We'll have another video on Monday. Me and Chris. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share. Let's keep this channel growing. Um, maybe I'll do more of these lives when there's a commit, and I'll be able to have some guests. But for now, I think that's all. And as always, go Big Red.